Hello and welcome to the EPROM 9 channel. So now we're going to do a little review of Blue Shift, but before I fully start I need to untangle my feet from a cable and say a few things. I'd like to thank the input from Jim Plays Games, who's new to YouTube like me, and Steve Benaway, for the good old input they put. Jim Plays Games highlighted something very good. The volume, as I stated before, is very loud on the TV and needs turning down, so I need to do that beforehand, and also that my Half-Life 1 review was hard to see. So what I've done is linked up to the external monitor, and because this version runs on Steam, I do love Steam, pile of shit. I've had a huge fight with it. I've done one video, because it pissed me off I was just ranting through the whole thing, didn't like it, so deleted it, so I'm redoing it, and something's going on here. Anyway, so I was very negative about it, and, well, you know, as you can understand. And for all you Steam lovers out there, Steam is a pile of fucking shit and I hate it to hell. That's one thing I don't want anyone correcting me on. Because if it was good, it would run on any computer flawlessly, like any good program should. But I've never, even decent spec machines, it will not run on them. Okay, I need to shut up about Steam now, because this is a review of Blue Shift, not Steam. If it was Steam, I would be ripping the shit out of it. Blue Shift doesn't deserve that, even if the engine it's running on does. So Blue Shift, like one of the extra make-ons by Gearbox of Half-Life 1. It doesn't have quite the exact same effect of Half-Life 1, but it's still very good. Now, Opposing Force, which was made before Blue Shift, is much better and goes at league with Half-Life. Let's actually continue on the route rather than go through walking around in the same area, but that's no fun. It's a shame really, because like Half-Life it's very good and I'm not going to repeat myself on the good factors, so this is going to be more like thing. So as you can see, they seem to have improved the sprites there on the... They seem to have improved some sprites, there's new textures which are nice, but it still uses a lot of the... It still uses most of the Half-Life textures, which some are just stupidly low resolution. You can die. Uses stupidly low resolution, some of them. I mean, you look at this, it's like, yeah, I understand it's the engine, but why not push the engine? It's always good that way. The other thing is it went on some shortfalls from Half-Life 1, like the office complex, that even though you're in an office, there's no computers anywhere. Doesn't make sense if you ask me. That is quite an annoyance, especially when I'm such a computing nut. And, well, Blue Shift didn't improve from that. Opposing Force is a desktop, and there's a desktop machine. Okay, sorry about that. My battery just died in my camera, so I pretty much did a good old Steve Benaway for it. No offence to you if you decide to watch this, because I do enjoy your videos and I watch them quite religiously. Mainly because the style and that makes me laugh, and anything that makes me laugh is a good thing. Anyway, so going back, I was on about the only desktops that the game designers added had bizarre textures of a monitor displaying an ultrasound image. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work in a research facility, bearing in mind it wasn't in the... Oh, bugger, I've forgotten what they call the ward they raise babies in is called. Where people give birth. Oh, bloody hell. Well, you know what I mean, so good on you. Anyway, that didn't make sense. And, well, you go to the delivery area on half blue shift, and once again, there's no computers. It's like, how the hell are you supposed to keep shipping records? It's what the hell's going on? Here's a mention of good old Shepherd. Now, the other one, opposing force, is bloody excellent. The interesting thing is that all the names have some reference towards science, which is pretty cool and I like very much. I do like the extra textures, and for my custom levels I've made, I have nicked them from various mods and stuff that I have had. Now I know what's over there, and that bloody hurts. I do not have a clue whether I'm hitting, because I'm used to playing this in higher resolution than this. There we go. So you got the usual. But I do like the general level design. I do feel the level design was more thought out by Gearbox than it was by Valve. I mean, Valve left it that you felt very linear. There wasn't much exploration. I mean, the game wasn't absolutely bloody excellent, but the level design wasn't thought out all too well. I'm fussy. Now I understand with the textures is restrained, but pushing the boundaries doesn't hurt, not in older games when your systems can handle it. If you have a decent system, of course. Decent computers in my house kind of don't exist. Excellent. Nice new weapon, magnum, and military. I'm not bothering to waste ammo killing them. They should, by rights, have put more textures for insides of vehicles, but hey. No. This is an example of good use textures, which are nice high res. And then you got your usual low res. But that's the way it goes. Oh yeah, well this is opposing force, so there's no point highlighting that point until we hit opposing force. Anyway, sorry about the battery running out before, but that's how it goes. So once again, it's very nice level design, not feeling too linear. It's got some nice areas to it. It's reasonably going, and if you find that hard to see, I'm sorry, but I have tried to make my benefit. But also, thanks for the input that everyone who's commented, which are the two that I've mentioned, and maybe someone else whose name I can't remember now. But thanks for the input, because it's very useful, and also because, well, this video editor I'm using is rather limited on the editing front, although it does do HD video, which is why I'm using it. Because I'm not rich enough to own a Mac, so I don't have decent video editing software. So if anyone has any recommendations of decent video editing software that can do HD videos, widescreen and that isn't stupidly expensive, please tell me. Because then I can improve my introduction from what it is and stuff like that, and actually do some proper editing. which would be quite nice. I mean, there's little things like this that I like. Attention to detail is something I like very much, and Gearbox, I believe, did that quite nicely. You do have to be careful in these tunnels, you can trap yourself. Also, another thing I'm interested in knowing is, what would you think of me doing little mini review-y type things of my custom levels and putting them up for you? Oh god, fucking Steam. Bloody arse. And I'm swearing like a dockyard worker. No offence to any dockyard workers, but political correctness is not something that interests me. That kills everything that was going to kill me there, or at least try it. Those headcrabs are annoying little sods. Okay, I am beginning to run out of things to say, and we have got about 1 minute left of video, which means we're probably on about 9ish minutes each. But that's the way it goes. And also, well, thanks to Steam, I'm not really in the mood to play this game anymore. I'm getting a bit bored of it. It doesn't have the replay value that old HL1 does. Neither does Opposing Force, though, I find. Don't get me wrong, the Gearbox ones are fun. They're just not as... well, Opposing Force is near enough as good as Half-Life 1, but Blue Shift just doesn't have that edge. It's a shame, really. It's a shame, really, but that's the way it goes. It's pretty cool that you get a different vantage point out of a different character, though, although they are pretty much the same as playing as Gordon Freeman. You can still carry about 1,000 weapons and still just as deadly. But that's the way it goes. And I am rambling pointlessly now. And this is probably being so unfunny, you've probably already hit the back button before I've gotten to this point. So I'm going to shut up before, well, I bore you all to death. So thanks for watching, and goodbye. Well, that didn't go to plan. I was supposed to die and then pause it. Oh well. Such is life. Alright, some of you might know where I've quoted that from. Oh yes, and one last point I'd like to highlight. I don't know whether anyone else gets this, but I always find I miss out a whole load of stuff I meant to say in doing these videos, and the recording time has pretty much run out.